Hello everyone, my name is Alias and welcome to this short video in which I will show you a very powerful command, a very powerful aliases that you should add to your list of alias. I should have said a very powerful alias that you should have add to your list of aliases. Anyway, without further ado, this is the Go aliases. Sorry, I made a typo. This is the Go aliases, and that's what it does. Okay, maybe you didn't understood what it just did. So let's go into File and Go. We're into File. Okay, maybe you didn't understand what happened. So let's go into Code. Go. We have Code open. So it opened your current working directory from the terminal with Nautilus, with your file manager. In this case, Nautilus, because I'm on Ubuntu. And I also added some feature to my Nautilus. Right click, I have Open in Kitty and Open with Terminal. Because by default, if you do Open in Terminal, it's gonna open the GNOME terminal, which we all know about the GNOME terminal. Do I have an About page that I could just open so that we can... Yeah, there you go. GNOME terminal. Hey, ain't that amazing? Ain't that cute? But I don't use it. I don't like the GNOME terminal. I prefer the Kitty terminal. So I have like Open in Kitty, which does just that. It opened the current location from my file manager into the Kitty terminal. And that's a very useful feature that I don't remember how I did that. To be frank, to be honest, there's a way to add like options to this menu with like there's a GNOME utility that you can install that allows you to do that, and the only one I added is this one, the Open in Kitty. Other than that, I haven't found any feature I needed to add absolutely, but yeah, I should probably find a way to mainstream this. And also the GNOME Nautilus file manager isn't as customizable as it could be. It doesn't have like a basic config file in text format that allows you to add these things. So that's why like I don't really use Nautilus as much as the terminal to browse my folder, my file, whatever. Because yeah, it's a GUI utility and it comes with all the limitation of a GUI based utility. And it's the same thing like with gedit. I don't use it as much as I used to, and I made a video you know, a long while ago saying that gedit was the best text editor for coding that you can find out there. Best GUI text editor, which is not really true. I think that Sublime Text, the third version of Sublime Text, was the best one by far. I loved the theming of the app, and I most of all loved the feature that you could have multiple cursor and do multiple edit at the same time, which is for a visual GUI text editor. That's a very cool feature to have. It was very useful. You'd be surprised how useful it was. But now, I mean, I will say that Vim, GVim, NeoVim are probably the best text editor out there. Like this Vim. But first of all, there's stuff that I don't like about Vim, and I'm gonna talk about that now. We already did the video. Like the video about Go is already done. I forgot to show you the aliases. The aliases is very easy. It's alias Go. Don't forget the quote. Equal Nautilus dot. That's the alias. You can just add this to your alias file. And it's very cool, very practical, very useful. By the way, the concept of having a file for aliases, you'd think that everybody does that. You'd think that this wasn't something new that I started to do, but I haven't seen people online with a similar workflow to mine. So maybe I invented this workflow. Maybe. That shell, not that shell, that's, what is it called? ls, LA. And it's not that shell, the directory that I'm looking for, that I use for all my shell script. I think it was that shell. Maybe I'm wrong. Whatever, who cares? But yeah, basically I have this file, .mybin and .shell, which are like the main directory in which I store my scripts. Yeah, there you go. It exists. What are those test images? I don't know. Yeah, I was generating some background, but I don't need these anymore. These take memory on my computer for no reason, but they do look cool. I generated these images with like Python, or even maybe with Image Magic, some of them. I mean, they're very basic image of me just playing around with stuff, trying to get a grid. The end result was very nice, and I think I showed it in a video, but I no longer have it. It's probably somewhere on my computer. What is this? That's just a blank image. Output, that's just some noise. Okay, so yeah, I don't need these, so I'll just remove these. And this was another program I made with Python, I think. It's called Game of Life, and it's kind of nice. So let's delete those, even though that's not the focus of this video. I was about to talk about something and I completely went off rails. Ruby on Rails. Let's go back on Rails. So yeah, stuff I don't like about Vim. That should have been a separate video. I make this video way too long, but I don't care. It's quicker for me to make both at once, so you get 2 videos for the price of 1. Thank you. So this on the side, okay, that you have like the line number and the tilde sign to tell you that there's a line there. I don't like that, to be frank, and I cannot move down because there is no line under my current line. So I need to do O to add the line, or I can just accidentally press insert. I can just use the arrow key and my Vim config to go down and create line as I go. Like you can see, I can use the arrow key to move wherever, even if there's no content, it will just create it. But that's not a good thing. That's not a good solution, because yeah, you don't want information where there is nothing. That's why when you use the HGKL key, you're bound to where there is stuff, basically, and the buffer. If the line doesn't go further, it won't create something to allow you to move further, which is something that we should like, because basically, at least in Vim, I can see it when I use the arrow key that it creates stuff. Okay, that I'm just gonna delete all these lines, by the way. Also, I want to delete them, but when I move with the arrow key, it, yeah, DD. And that's not how you use Vim. Let me do a better demonstration of how you're supposed to use Vim instead, because that was a very bad demonstration of how you should use Vim. How do I move to the top of the image? I think it's capital G. It ain't that. Capital G. G. GG. It was something with G. I'm sure of that. So if I want to delete all these lines, okay, up to 9, I would do like 9 DD. There you go. There you go. And DD for the current line. So that's how you use Vim. You can type number before what the action you want to perform multiple times. And you can create macro, which you can also do in Nano. But yeah, I don't know if I said Nano or Vim when I said like that Vim allow you to type number in front of the command you want to execute. Also, I don't know if you can execute bash command in Vim. Let's just Google that. I don't know. Let's find out. Can you execute bash command in Vim? How to run Unix command from, no, I mean not Unix, I mean bash. There's a difference. There's like a big difference. So you just put like the exclamation mark, I think. Let's try that. That exclamation mark ls. Press enter or type command to continue. Enter. And how do I let's try that. That's cool. That was very cool. That was very nice. DD. Okay. Press enter or type command to continue. Okay. Type command. ls. No. Okay. It didn't work. This exclamation mark ls, and I want to output this. Shall return and press enter. How do I output? Basically the output of what I entered to the text file, and enter your command. If you have text selected in visual mode, you want to send to a command, hit this. Okay, will be run as an extra command. You will show the output and allow to hit enter to get back to your work in Vim. New line, shall return 1, press enter to continue. Okay, did not work. Can I use a pipe? Maybe? I don't know. How do I get the output of that to be sent? Suppose you want a filter line from the Vim content to control and with substring C. Okay, that's like, I'll let you do your own research on how to use Vim properly. To run external command from Vim, the output of the command will then be returned for you to view. Note that you will need to wait for a command to finish running before you can continue it. I just want to learn like how to send the output of a command to the Vim file that I am editing. So there's probably an easy way to do that, which would be like to reference the file that you're editing and the command, saying like, for example, if I want to get the output of ls and to this file, what I would probably do is ls and this current file name .txt. So this would be like the name of the file I'm editing, and it would probably work. This would overwrite, by the way, so this, if you want to append at the end of it, if you already have stuff in it, don't forget to use this instead of that, to use 2 times the greater sign symbol instead of just 1. But yeah, if I want to output, is there a way I can directly insert the output of an command to Vim editor, for example, pd can how can I do that? So yeah, launch via and try the output will parse in the current buffer. Check out the possible option. Okay, let's try something. ls ls enter. This did not work. So what happens if I do like this, ls, this? Will this work? It doesn't work no matter what I do. Pipe std out to Vim. Okay, so it would be that ls pipe Vim minus. This worked. This worked. I don't know why it worked. This is confusing, but it did work. Press enter, type a comment. No, just stop. Sometimes Vim, you see stuff, text, and you just don't wanna. You just wanna go back to editing, and yeah, that's why I did escape. Yeah, so we have these lines, which are like the ls that I did, and it worked for some reason. So let's try more stuff. Let's try ls without typing the exclamation mark before. Let's pipe that into Vim without the minus sign. Will it work? Arguments required. Okay, so let's try again. ls pipe that into Vim with the minus sign. Invalid pattern. So ls pipe that into Vim without the minus sign. Press enter. I don't know if this worked. So I'm gonna try to delete everything, which would be like, first go back to the top, 100. No, first go back to the top, 100. That's good enough. And now I want to type a command, which would be like ls pipe that into Vim. I cannot use like the basic movement command that I'm used to in Nano. This is so annoying, but I need to get used to Vim. So, and it's better to do it in a video than just do it by myself. It's less boring. It's like I have people helping me learn that stuff. Damn it! What have I done? I just want to do this. ls pipe that into Vim minus, not the minus. Warning, input is shall return 1, press enter to continue. So yeah, you absolutely need to use all the all these. Why the minus? I have no idea. That's something that I would like to know. And one way to know that would be to do help and do I have an help something, help information? Maybe it's just too big. Maybe if I made the terminal smaller would be better for myself to help me. Motion filter, help. So there's like an help at the top, I think. Like, I don't like the GUI of Vim. I don't like it at all. Like, why does it show me like information on top of my file? I don't want to see that. Like, Nano is better. I'm just saying it. Vim is the best executor out there, but Nano is better. I don't care. It's easier to use. And why does my mouse work also? Don't like that. Shouldn't. That's probably in the config though. You can probably you can disable that pretty easily, but yeah, I'm not a big fan. I don't get the workflow. It's a completely different workflow than using Nano. So if you plan to use Vim someday because Vim is better, don't learn Nano. Press enter to type a command to continue. Enter. I just want to quit. I just want to quit. There you go. It's so easy to quit Vim. Even me, you know how. It took me a while before I figured it out. I had to type multiple times quit because it kind of opened multiple file apparently from the command that I entered, I guess. This is the end of this video, folks. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye.